Hello and welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report with head coach Mo Cassara. Welcome, Coach.
Stephen, thanks.
The Pride are coming off a one-on-one week where they took on Northeastern at home before traveling down to UNC Wilmington over the weekend. Coach, let's start with the Northeastern game. For some reason, both games this season have been tight, down to the wire, last possession. What kind of was your mindset after that game and going into that game?
Well, certainly Northeastern, out to a great lead in the CAA conference standings, done a great job. We've had two really close games with them. Both games at times we've played very, very well, and obviously both games we've had a chance to tie or really take the lead in the game. We haven't been able to do it, but really proud of the way our guys played on Wednesday. Unfortunately, free throw shooting really hurt us, and ultimately, their senior guards kind of wore us down and did a terrific job at the end of the game. But overall, our game plan was very good. I thought we got out to a nice lead and just weren't able to hold it.
Ultimately, did you feel like you outplayed them enough to win, and then the free throw shooting and some costly turnovers down the stretch really turned the victory on their hands?
Yeah, I think that's a great way to put it. I think we played well enough to win. I really did. I thought we played well enough to win. A couple turnovers, a couple missed free throws, a couple opportunities. And unfortunately, we've had a lot of those games this year, and that's our mission right now, is to just try to find a way to win some of these close games where we battle for, sometimes 30, 35 minutes and just find a way to finish some of these close games.
You had a couple of nice performances that game. Stephen Walcone with a double-double, Stephen Mejia with double-figure points. Have you really seen those two guys develop a little bit this week?
I have. I think they're both playing some really good basketball right now for us, and ultimately we want them to. I talk to our team all the time about playing our best basketball towards the end of this month and early March, and hopefully we can take some of these tough losses and some of these tough lessons that we've had to learn in the locker room after games and watch the film the next day and head into the end of this month and early March and head down to Richmond, hopefully string a couple really good games together.
Despite the loss, you get a little bit of confidence from that game, taking the CA leading team down to the wire. Head down to UNC Wilmington, a team that kind of took one from you here. Did you feel good going into Saturday's game? What were your thoughts?
I did. We were obviously frustrated Wednesday night after a tough loss. I thought we played some really good basketball. I thought we were able to put together some really good practice, and we were able to get out of here a little bit early because of the storm coming in and get down to Wilmington and have a really good practice down there. Our guys remained resilient and really working hard. Our game plan was terrific. Unfortunately, we actually didn't play a very good first half at Wilmington down there. I thought we were a little slow, and again, they're a very, very good team at home, much different than the team we saw up here. But we were able to kind of pull it together and chip away at it in the second half, and then for a period of time in the second half, we played some really good basketball.
Obviously, you were in the midst of a little bit of losing skid at that point, heading into the Wilmington game. Going into halftime, how concerned were you with the mindset of the guys down double digits and possibly not being able to come back from that deficit?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, very concerned as a coach, as a staff, with our limited roster and limited bench, and certainly when the ball's not going in the basket, holding everybody together is a key component of what we do every day and what we do on a daily basis with our team. So really a lot of credit to our guys. They were very resilient. They responded after halftime and played some, like I said, really competitive basketball.
We'll talk about a couple of other outstanding performances. Same two guys you mentioned for Wednesday. Stephen Mejia was just outstanding in the game, 18 points, and just really controlled every aspect of that game. Can you talk about his play?
I'm really proud of Stevie. I just left the office. He's over there watching film right now, trying to get better. This is his last go-around, and he realizes that, and he's really trying to put the team on his back. And he can play even better. I mean, we keep telling him that. He's got a lead in every facet of the game. And, he had a little bit of a frustrating game, got some foul trouble on Wednesday, and thought he just did some terrific things for us on Saturday.
And then again on Saturday, another outstanding game from Stephen Walcone, another double-double, really controlled the post and did a great job defending the Seahawks.
Yeah, I like what Stephen's doing. I think he's one of those guys now that if he can be on the floor for 30-plus minutes, he's going to get you double-digit rebounds, and he's proven that really over the second half of the year here. So we're continuing to work with him offensively, and he's got to get in there and keep working on those free throws and plays around the basket. But he can be a double-double guy for us, from here for the rest of the year and certainly for the rest of his career.
Kind of a breakout performance on Saturday, one that a lot of people have seen almost ready to happen. Jordan Allen, just outstanding on defense, 7 steals, one off the school record, most by a Hofstra player since 2004. Was he just ready for that type of game? I know you talked about his defense all year, but what did he see so well on Saturday that made him do
I think one of the things about Jordan, he's gained an incredible amount of experience this year. Sometimes it doesn't show up in the box score, but he's playing a lot of minutes. He's a guy that we probably went into the season thinking he was going to be a redshirt freshman role player for us. spot minutes at different positions, and he's been forced into playing a couple different positions and a lot of minutes for us. So I think he's going to benefit from all that. Our program's going to benefit from all that. Doesn't necessarily show up in the box score all the time. Saturday it did with those steals and some big plays around the basket.
And then another guy with a near double-double who's really been the most consistent player probably over the last 4 games, David Imes, averaging over 10 points over the last 4. Just really contributing at times when you really need him right now, right?
Yeah, I think Dave's really doing some nice things, and we're really challenging him to continue to hit the offensive glass and rebound for us and make some shots and play some other teams' good players. And he also has to handle the ball a lot. So, again, he's another guy that's played out of position and had to kind of adjust and adapt. And, he's also a guy that's played a lot of minutes for us. He's really started every game since I've been the head coach here. I think other than when he was hurt. So he's played a lot of minutes, has a lot of experience, and we've got to lean on that now. This is his final month of his career, and we need him to continue to play well for us.
So you return home from Wilmington after the nice win over the Seahawks, and it's right back on the road, right back down south to Georgia State. Your thoughts going into Wednesday's game?
Well, a real challenging game for us Wednesday. Another road trip back to the airport tomorrow morning and down to Atlanta. I'll get down there and practice Tuesday night and obviously have a really tough team in Georgia State. Much like Wilmington, they played much better at home. Really tough team at home. R.J. Hunter, clearly one of the best players in the league, if not one of the best young players in the country. So we're going to have our hands full for sure on Wednesday night.
And then you return home finally to face Towson, who the one team in the CAA you have yet to face, Old Dominion actually as well. What do you see from Towson this year? They're probably really the surprise of the conference.
Yeah, they had some kids sitting out last year. They've got a couple freshmen that are playing very well for them, a couple transfers that are, arguably some of the best players in the league. And Coach Scary's got them playing really, really hard, really tough. And we're going to have our hands full again on Saturday. So, no easy games for us here, but, it's clearly a couple new challenges on the road and back home, which is going to be an interesting week for us.
Great stretch to start playing well heading into hopefully March.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Coach.
You got it, Stephen.
And thank you for joining us today on the WB Mason Coaches Report with head coach Mo Cassara.